Like most older equipment, a lot of it is broken. We have tons of it in here. The first one we're going to get started with is Capsule Factory by Bandai Namco. This thing powers up, but sadly it is throwing an error code, so let's look into it. So basically the way this machine is supposed to work is super simple. All this thing does is go over and it pushes up capsules, and once one is one drops down from the top, goes back down to the playfield. Super simple. Now obviously there's an error, it's E3, and if you look in the manual, it has something to do with the rotation of the lever here. Now the way this game works, there's a little half circle that's bigger on one side and smaller on the other. It's supposed to rotate using a motor, and the more it rotates, the tighter this becomes and the easier it becomes. It's basically a difficulty motor. Now obviously then you rotate it the other way and this becomes a lot looser, and then it's harder to push the capsule up. Now an easy way to test to see what's wrong with this is we can go to the settings and we can run a quick test to see where this thing airs out. Now if I come down here, I can easily just flick this little switch here and it should take us into some sort of testing mode. There we go, T1, and the one we want to get to is T4, and then we can push this button. It brings us to numbers now, and we want to get to 3 because that's the error code. Now when I push this button, it should run some sort of test on that, so let's try to do this fast. So it looks like it gets stuck at some point, and I'm not quite sure what. Now I could be wrong, but it looks like it's getting stuck at the exact same spot. And there's actually 2 optos on here. So my best idea is to switch these 2 optos and see if it does the opposite of what it used to do. Because right now it looks like it's getting down to here and it's stopping on this opto, but it's not making its way over to here for some reason. So let's switch them and see what we can do. So I took off this little piece here and it holds 2 opto sensors. So what we're going to do quickly is just unclip each one and switch one to another, because if one were bad, it would stop working at the other spot instead of stopping working at this one. So I think this one might be bad, but we'll have to see. Okay, now we switched them around. Let's see what it does. All right, so we got them switched. Let's see what it does. Goes all the way there. And it stops there. Perfect. That's exactly what I thought it would do. So that means I believe this opto is bad. So let's try to find out where that is. All right, so after a little bit of research, I found this, which is some sort of printer sensor. And this ships from China, so it might take a couple weeks to get. But it looks to be not quite the same, but the clips are in the same positions. And then it has this 3-pin connector, which is the same one as the one in there. The problem is this thing is 20 years old now. This was made in 2005, as you can see right there. So obviously the company doesn't sell the parts for this, but it looks like they use some sort of universal printer sensor. So let's order this and I'll update you guys on this machine when we get the sensor. But it's been about 2 weeks now, and as you guys can see, the Capsule Factory is all up and working. That solved the problem entirely. I click stop and now I can use the ball in the middle to go back and forth with that arm, push the capsule all the way up. These games have been doing super well for us in our arcades. It's a nice old game that people still like. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the video on the screen now.